Hoşo Medad. Noiman Jesse Est. Namaste. Sat Sri Akal. My name, for those that don't know, is Jessie Sutherland. I'm from the Finding Home Initiative and the project lead for this project. And the Finding Home Initiative is really about fostering a sense of belonging and building inclusive communities. And certainly a key piece of finding home is to find ways to protect ourselves around getting taken advantage of or being scammed. I started the Finding Home program in 2006. Basically looking at the global changes around the world, and that although everyone's experience is different, there's a lot of people yearning for a sense of home. So whether it's demographic shifts like a booming aging population, or newcomers, new immigrants and refugees, or Aboriginal people are feeling like they're not really at home anymore, or long-time residents as well who have these demographic shifts. And how do you find a sense of home? So it's really a project that's about finding home in oneself. So there's a personal development aspect as well as becoming aware of your values and how do you live out your values.
I feel that we've all shared similar experiences, and being here with all of you, I feel at home.
The Finding Home Seniors Dialogues really create a space for seniors to come together from diverse cultures, share what home means to them, why it matters, what creates home for them, and what erodes home for them. What happens in that first Finding Home dialogue that we call Why Home Matters is people often become aware for the very first time in their lives what home means. And as people hear other ideas of home, their own concept of home automatically expands, but they also become aware of how they can create a sense of home for themselves.
In my words, home is that place where you got respect, honor, and you are at peace and full of joy, and then you say, this is paradise.
So some stories include, there was a woman who had mental health issues and she'd never considered her body as home before.
All of us here can play a part by telling our stories to others, by telling people what we are learning, but thereby empowering other people to perhaps protect themselves against financial abuse.
The second dialogue, when the seniors explore what erodes home, that then teases out what their finding home priorities are. And then we customize the next dialogue around their priority issue. And they share stories about that issue, they generate their own strategies, and then we turn those into gorgeous graphic design posters with their insights and quotes. So they feel valued right away as soon as they see the draft posters. They finalize them. It's their words, they've finished it, and it becomes their public education tool. The main premise of Finding Home is that we find home through our relationships. We create or destroy home through our relationships. So our relationships within ourselves, if we don't have a good relationship with ourselves, that usually carries out with other people and with the environment. I think some of the key points is that the approach is not a cookie-cutter approach, that unique stories are shared, unique approaches to examining the root causes, and then very unique projects come out of it, that they generate their own strategies. Some of the key beliefs behind Finding Home is that every single individual has something important to contribute and is a valuable human being. And for some of the dialogue participants, it's the first time they've experienced respect or feeling welcomed in Canada. And the transformation is quite profound, but it's basically about believing in people and believing that if you can find a sense of home within yourself, bring that to all your relationships, that ripple effect will really impact the rest of humanity. And when two groups come together where they've deeply explored the concept of home and are motivated to create a sense of home together, what they create together is pretty phenomenal. So there's that idea that you start with yourself, you start with your own ethnic group or cultural community, and then once you have that strength, how can you connect in a mutual exchange and maybe create even something more different.